As we all know, to save our country from COVID-19, as we all know, to save our country from COVID-19, uh, our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, declared lockdown of the entire country. During this period of lockdown, I developed a peculiar habit of hanging out in the gallery of my house, from where I could see many plants, birds, and trees in the nearby garden. Few days, guess what? I started talking with them, and believe it or not, I could hear their replies too. Whether it is a 200-year-old or a glorifying bush full of roses, or a mango tree with mouth-watering mangoes laden over it. One day, I told them, or to be precise, I asked them, everyone's life has changed 180 degrees during the lockdown, but there is no effect to your life at all. During the wise old banyan tree said, hey, we all follow social distancing since the beginning. We eat our own prepared food and never touch others. Which you are learning now, my dear. I'm used. Oh, I wish we had learned that earlier. At least we wouldn't have experienced this pandemic. And immediately the bush of roses replied with tantrums. From your birth to death, you depend on us. From oxygen for breathing to logs for funeral, from food to shelter, clothes to shoes. For every small and big things, you depend on us. And what do you give us in return? Just tell me, my son. The thorny cactus spoke sarcastically in between. Yes, yes, they do give us. They cut us, destroy us, ruin us, take our places, and leave nothing but pollution for us. By now, I was feeling suffocated by their remarks. So I tried to pacify them and said, we have to do all that for our progress, for faster development of our society. To this, the huge mango tree replied ironically, hey buddy, we have seen your progress. Greedy humans give us fertilizers and pesticides for early ripening of our fruits and vegetables and leave nothing and get return gifts like cancer. I was lost in my mind and was thinking, are we really so selfish? Then the wise old banyan tree pacified me and said, my son, progress is good, but it should not be against the nature. Yes, actually, what the wise old banyan tree said made sense. The relationship of humans have been connected with trees from times immemorial. Various studies now indicate that we have reduced the number of trees on this planet by half, and we have seen the impact on climate and human health as a result. Specifically, in Indian culture, tradition, and mythology, our ancestors knew about the importance of trees and revered them, realizing their importance for existence of human beings. For instance, Hindus associate the roots of peepal tree with Lord Brahma, the leaves with Lord Shiva, and the trunk with Lord Vishnu. Similarly, banyan tree, sandalwood tree, and ashok tree also have their significance in the Hindu culture. Then I peeped inside my gallery. The small tulsi plant, which was listening to this which was listening to this conversation quietly pacified me and said, Samyak, not all humans are alike. Many of them have made efforts for restoration of trees, like Sundar Lal Bahaguna, who started the Chipko movement. We know many policies have been made for forest restoration, protection, and adaptation of forests to climate change. I was exhilarated with the reply of my little Tulsi. No wonder Tulsi is given so much importance in Indian culture, because apart from medicinal value, it is intelligent too. This conversation with trees in my vicinity brought back the memories of my visit to Treetop Walk in Australia in the month of May 2018. It was like a sea of huge giant trees all around us. Like a tingle tree named Grandma Tingle was 400 years old. It reached a height of about 70 meters above the ground level. Every tree there had its own chip with a QR code. When we scanned the codes, we got full information about the trees. I like this idea, can be very beneficial too. Now, my idea is that at the nascent stage, all trees, at least all the vulnerable trees, can be attached with some QR codes and sensors. Whenever someone will try to cut these trees, these sensors can warn about the situation to the forest officials. Also, I don't want my idea to be just an imagination. So I believe these sensors should also be attached with the QR code containing full information about the tree. There could be formation of an app which, when scanned by such QR codes or even the picture of the tree, can can inform us about the tree in audio mode, as if we are having a talk with them. This will make us more sensitive towards them and will provide a storehouse of information for all those who want to know more about trees and are interested. As said by Anatole France, to accomplish great things, we must not only act but also dream. Not only plan but also believe. Today, I just shared an idea which I hope is implemented tomorrow. Thank you.